Hey everyone, welcome to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host, Café con Leche. For the next hour, inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, don't forget, follow moi on FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, Threads, LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. We begin today's show with an inspiring story of resilience and community connection. Our first guest's journey with cars began not from a love of speed, but from a childhood spent living in them with his parents, I should say, battled addiction and HIV. This tough upbringing instilled in him the resilience to create a brighter future. And starting with a job washing cars to support his family, his talent for connecting with people soon landed him on the showroom floor. And by the age of 25, he was managing one of the largest Nissan dealerships in the country and helped expand an auto group to 20 locations. And fast forward to 2025, and now the owner at Honda of the Bronx, he is committed to serving his community, empowering customers to make significant purchases through education and family-like service. Everyone, please welcome the new owner of Honda of the Bronx, Jason Montalvo. Hello,
Hello,
and
how are
welcome.
you? Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being here, and I gotta say, thank you for your transparency. I think it is so important for us to share what possibility looks like. And so, can you just, even though I just gave our viewers an overview of your journey, did you want to work with cars as a youngster?
No, I didn't grow up wanting to work with cars. Just growing up, just trying to survive. What got me in the car business was I was about to get married. I had 2 children, and I needed to support my family.
And so you got into the car business washing cars.
Yeah, so I opened up, back in the days, there was a newspaper. You would find a job on there and look in, said car business sales. So I went there. I said, this is not for me. I was 19 years old. I said, I'm not going to be able to connect. So, they said, well, you're here. Why don't you wash some cars or whatever? So I did that. They understood I spoke Spanish. So they said, you know what? We need somebody. So I came. Sometimes I would translate. Then I got comfortable. Then they started me to sell some cars.
And so they put you on the floor because you were able to speak Spanish or Spanglish, right? For whatever.
Spanglish.
Right, but you were able to connect with the community at the time, right? And so what happened from there?
So I sold some cars. When I went home, I think I was doing it for like 2 months. I told my wife, I said, you know what, this is for me. I said, give me about 2 years, I'll be a manager. And give me 5 years, I'm going to be running this store. She goes, yeah, okay. Well, in a year and a half, I became a manager. And after 5 years, I was the general manager of the store. With the group I was working with, we had 20 stores. I was the first minority to be general manager, and I was the youngest.
So how were you able to climb? What is it about your strategy got you there?
I realized that I just got to listen. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Sometimes you got to listen twice as much as you speak and understand what the customer needs. We don't just try to shove a car down their mouth. You understand why they come here, what their needs, what they like, what they don't like. And then you connect them with a car.
Yeah, but then there's also the general managing position, which means you have to be able to work with the team as well. So did you take any business courses or sales courses?
No, I actually left school in 9th grade. Got kicked out of school because I wanted to go home, take care of my mom because my father just passed away. So I didn't really have any education. It was kind of like get in there, learn it, figure it out. I realized that I could talk to people. I guess, God has given me a gift to lead people. So I know how to lead people and put people in the right position so they can, do well.
Yeah, and of course you're quite intentional, and you are quite the manifester, I might say, right?
Yes.
Because you said you were going to get to a certain destination by a certain age, and you did.
Yes.
And you did, and on top of that, you helped them grow, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that, because I just help us understand the business in general.
Okay. Well, to me, the business is easy, I guess, because I'm pretty good at it. But customers come in, they really want to buy a car. When I first got into the car business, we didn't have cell phones, right? Everything, you wanted to see a car, you had to go to the showroom floor, or you had to shop around, look around. Now, if you want to buy a car, basically, you know what you want. You kind of seen it. You pretty much took a test drive in your cell phone. You could do anything you want, digitally. So it's just really who they're going to buy from, and being able to smile with a customer, treat them the right way, and then you could sell them a car, and then not just sell them a car, their kids a car, their family a car, their friends, and then it could go a long way. Being a general manager, I learned how to just facilitate that and show my salespeople how to smile, how to say hello, even in service, because you sell your first car on the showroom floor, but you sell your second and third car in that service department. And some people cringe to go into the service department, but you got to make it easy and transparent for them.
Right. It sounds like you're just very community oriented in just your way of being, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. And so this whole expansion of 20 locations, like I wanted to have a better understanding, because now you're an owner of Honda of the Bronx, and you really developed a Nissan. So I don't know how that works.
I started at Nissan. The group I was working for did have 20 stores. So the managing partner who was there, he actually broke off, and I went with him. So he started to own 6 stores, and I was his managing partner. And in 2019, we had 6 stores, and in 2021, expanded to 20 stores. And that's purchasing the different stores, and then just putting a process in place and showing people how to treat a customer, things like that. And we did that for 6 years. And about 2 months ago, I broke off from him. The opportunity to own Honda of the Bronx.
Right, Honda of the Bronx independently.
Yep.
And individually. And so, again, going back to running a business, right? So there's one thing to sell cars, and it's another thing to run a business.
It is another thing to run a business. It's knowing the ins and outs, financial statements, running an office, running porters, how to clean cars. It's I really learned as I go, just flowing with it, and that's,
And you've been blessed.
I've been
blessed.
I gotta say I've been blessed.
Well, see there, no, it's very inspirational, and and just for anyone who may be watching, I would like them to know that anything is possible,
Yeah.
right? And you said it already. You answered just by simply saying, you know what, you have to listen. You have to listen, right? So you're telling me you learned how to balance a budget and do finances by listening?
Yeah, by listening, watching, learning, seeing it done. I had some good teachers. My old owner was very good. He sit me down. He worked for a big organization, public organization, so they were all about numbers and things, charts and graphs. So I learned a lot of that. Looking at that and watching Excel spreadsheets. P&L statements that we do every month. So learning that from him.
Yeah, because numbers is its own language.
That's right.
And it's actually the root of the success or failure of the business.
100%.
Right. So now talk to us about Honda of the Bronx and why it was so important for you to own the Honda of the Bronx.
It was, well, listen, I'm going to be honest, it was opportunity. So Honda is the #1 selling car in the Bronx. But nobody was going to Honda of the Bronx to purchase a car. They would go to New Rochelle, White Plains, Queens. They weren't going there. And I felt there was something missing. And I said, this is opportunity. And I like being in the Bronx because I'm a Puerto Rican, and there's a big stigma about purchasing, being a Latin, being Caribbean, and purchasing a car from a dealership. They take advantage of you, they overcharge you, which they do. I'm going to be honest with you. But I don't want to be that person. I want to be part of the community. I want to show the people how to purchase the car. If you want to lease a car, purchase a car. Maybe help them build their credit. So this is the second largest purchase they're going to make other than their home. So if I could do it the right way, maybe they can build their established credit, purchase a home. I want to be part of the community.
Right. So it sounds like you're offering a mentorship too in the process.
Absolutely. I can do that.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
which is wonderful. It's wonderful because I think it's important for people to feel safe, which is what you're offering, is the sense of safety and just comfort and also the ability to speak your home language.
Absolutely.
Right? So how long have you owned this particular Honda of the Bronx?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we got it first.
Yes,
I love
6
it.
weeks, yes.
We got it first.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. And I know we're going to be mentioning this event that you've already formulated to invite the community to participate, which I think is clever, called Trunk or Treat.
Trunk or Treat.
Right,
Yep.
right, for Halloween. But I really want our viewers to really understand like what it means to have it's almost when you have a car dealer, right, and then you know how to navigate either owning a car, leasing a car, and then you become like part of the family. What do you see as the future of your relationships with the community based on your approach?
So I think I want to be part of it. Like, so we do the trunk or treat first. When comes Thanksgiving, I really want to give away baskets. I want to actually find maybe a local church or whatever who does pantry, link with them because I want to be part of that. Come Christmas, we want to give away, maybe get 5, 10, 15 kids and be their Santa. I want to be part of it where they know that, hey, there is a Honda store in the Bronx because we're not on a major road. We're on Tremont. So some people just pass it, don't even know we're there. But I want to make it known that we're there.
I noticed that your approach is to really engage the entire family. Yep. Right, I'm watching you sweat over here. So I'm like, ay, bendito, I wish I had tissue for you.
It's fine. It get a little hot, I get sweaty. It's all right.
Pero no, I keep going back to this whole community, family. Like, it seems to be very important to you, and I just wondered, like, why, right? Because obviously if you're in the business of selling cars, you're in the business of making those sales. But it sounds to me like it's more than that for you.
It is. It's where I've come from, where part of my church or my wife, we do pantry, being a part of my church where we have men's meetings and understanding how to give back because I came from so little. I didn't have anything growing up. I did live in a car. I've lived in motels. I've been in welfare sitting, waiting for homes. I had a little brother who never made it to 8 years old because he passed away from HIV. I had an older brother who had committed suicide at 18. So my upbringing was a little rough, but I look back and all the scars that I had and see where I am now. I'm blessed, and I know there's an opportunity not just for me but for anybody. Doesn't matter where you come from, where you are, there's something there, and I want to be an inspiration, not just selling cars, but somebody even to talk to. And I do that a lot in my church with my youth group and things of that nature.
That's so beautiful. I think we need more of that. Just in general, yeah. Right? Especially during this time. So I understand you have pillars as well, and I'm very interested in having you share them with our viewers.
I want to go with my main pillar is time. I like that we want to be fast moving. Like right now, everybody's got their phone, Uber Eats, whatever. Nobody wants to wait anymore, and nobody wants to sit in a dealership for 5 hours and wait for a car. So I want to be able to be transparent, talk to the customer, immediately after they say yes. I want them in and out of there within an hour, hour and a half. Even that, just not in the showroom floor, also in service. Nobody wants to wait 4 hours for an oil change.
Got it. And so, but again, you're up against the digital age, mm-hmm. right? And you mentioned it yourself. You brought it up. You were like, oh, people are just shopping for their stuff online. Yep. How do you feel, or why, I should say, is it so important for people to deal with an actual individual?
Why is it so important?
Well, I just want them to understand that the importance of having an actual person educate you and or help you along the way versus just figuring it out independently. Yeah,
you could do a lot online, but it's getting in the car, taking it for a drive, knowing that you're comfortable with it. It's like putting a pair of shoes on. You might love them, but you try them on, and they just don't fit right.
Right.
You got to have the car that works for you. Do you need all-wheel drive? Do you need an SUV? Where do you work? Is it close? Do you need to lease because you don't drive that many miles a year and you want to save on a budget? Do you not need to lease because you drive far? Things of that nature where we can, show you the right path to get you into the right vehicle.
Oh my goodness, you sound like a doctor of cars, right? It's like we've got the remedy. Jason Montalvo, thank you so much for bringing it here to us and our viewers.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your ownership.
Hey guys, Honda the Bronx, the deals are back in the Bronx.
Nice, I like that. And thank you for sharing your story.
No, thank you.
Very
thank you for
inspirational. You guys, once again, Jason Montalvo, new owner of Honda of the Bronx. And if you're interested in learning more with your entire family, everyone is welcome to their Honda of the Bronx trunk or treat for Halloween, which is happening October 31st between 4 and 6 p.m. Once again, Honda of the Bronx is located at 2541 East Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return.